Welcome to Best versus Worst, or is it highest versus lowest?
I don't know. It don't matter.
It's basically the same thing.
Welcome to hard versus soft.
That's the one. That's the one right there, buddy. So today we're going to be reviewing the best and worst rated episodes of Seinfeld, the classic
Seinfeld
sitcom.
week.
Apparently, Seinfeld is still one of the most watched sitcoms.
And it's really
of all
high
time.
reviewed.
Yeah,
Once,
very highly.
Once The Office left Netflix, Seinfeld kind of replaced on Netflix as number one. The Office was really dumb to leave Netflix, so I mean, this is number one now. Seinfeld, do you guys have a history with Seinfeld, the show, at all?
No.
My mom grew up and she watched Seinfeld, as I recall her telling me, but I never watched with her. I probably caught a couple of snippets. Like, I definitely know the dingo ate my baby. You guys know that?
No.
It's actually, you should look it up. Dingo ate my baby.
I mean, so I get that the finale is one of the highest watched pieces of media of all time.
And most of the, most hated finales ever.
Yeah, and there was a whole thing with Curb Your Enthusiasm where it was, parroting the Seinfeld finale, and that was big.
I heard about that.
And I've tried going, looking at the show. Honestly, I downloaded it, and then I tried. I watched the first season, but I fell asleep. And it doesn't really work for me at all. Maybe it's my Zoomer brain, but I mean, this week we got to watch the worst rated episode on IMDb, season 3, episode 4, The Dog. And the highest rated episode, season 4, episode 11, The Contest.
And let's just clarify, The Dog was in a 3-way tie that was decided via roll of dice.
Which none of us were here.
No, you're thinking of Billy and Mandy. This is by far the greatest on lowest rated on Seinfeld.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Which, you know what? I get it. It fucking sucks. Were you guys fans of The Dog?
I thought it was funny. I felt Jerry's pain. I'm like, I'm not going to take care of a stranger's fucking dog, dude.
Were you thrown off a little bit at all by there not actually being a dog and the dog noises just being a human barking?
I liked it.
That was so
it worked with it made it so that the dog could seem worse than it was. Because it wasn't a dog, clearly, right?
But I could clearly hear it go, human go, bark. And I'm like, what is happening? You just have a producer back there?
They didn't do it like that. They went like, bark,
well,
bark,
it was...
bark.
I mean, I get it.
Did they have in the credits who played the dog?
I don't think so.
Who played the dog? Everyone wants to know.
Even with this episode being the lowest rated, it's still a 7.1 on IMDb.
And I'm going to say, guys, if this was the worst episode, I know last time you were like, if this was the worst, if this was the best, I didn't even want to watch it. But if this was the worst, I actually think I might be a Seinfeld guy.
Oh, really? I thought you hated the show going off of your messages to us.
Oh yeah, I was trying to throw you off my scent.
Yeah, true. You're trying to gauge a sense.
What about this blew you away? Were you laughing a lot?
I was actually laughing a lot. there are definitely shows that make me laugh, but I don't know if it was just how it's dated and it's in kind of a different world. So it seems more comical to me, but it was just really a very fun experience, both of these episodes.
I think what's weird about Seinfeld in general is it's just one of those sitcom shows where it's like New York City, but it's a very weird like fantasy element of like New York City where it's not at all realistic.
We make a
Everyone's
show
nicer.
where you do nothing in New York City. I mean, I like the New York City shows. New York City's awesome. I kind of want to move there. I want to leave my wife and move to New York City. Looking for roommates. Message me.
You want to? They're overrun, and there's crime everywhere there right now. It's a hellhole. It's like the worst point it's been at since the 70s right now.
I think they cook rats, and that's like street food for New Yorkers.
Yeah, one guy I know who lives in New York City just sent a video a while ago of just people like at 3 a.m. just cooking shit in the streets, and it's like everyone's drinking, and it's like a Tuesday night at 3 a.m. and it's like, what the fuck is going on in the city?
Tuesday is my favorite day. I'm gonna thrive in the slime, baby.
Matt, what were your thoughts on the dog?
It was a bad episode. What else can I say? It was awkward at times, and it was a bad episode. I really couldn't say that it was decent, but I personally have more to talk about for the because after I saw the competition, I started edging. Like I started edging. I've been edging all day. I've been gooning right now, and I'm going on a hot streak, guys. I have a straight hardy right now because I'm working on the competition, and I will bet you guys $100 you cannot edge as long as I can.
Hashtag fake fan. Hashtag fake fan.
Okay,
it's not the competition. It's the contest.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you, you piece of shit! I'm gonna watch the rest of Seinfeld and become a Seinfeld expert because you're. Oh, it's not the
hashtag fake fan.
Matthew, me and you should watch Party It every night.
Yeah,
every night
yeah.
we should watch an episode together.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking, but it would be fun.
You fucking piece of shit! You got my hopes up. You got
no. We can do it.
Flutter.
We can try. We can try and make it work with our schedules.
Now I'm soft, man. I'm soft. You made me soft.
Oh, hey.
So with the dog, yeah.
I'm sorry. The dog had a B plot with the movie, and I think the movie shit worked really well.
Okay, so I kind of agree. I know we're not really supposed to get into the rest of the show, but it felt a little weird with the Lane and George subplot. I was like, there's 2 seasons of this. There's been probably 35 episodes by this point. Was there not a single episode where Lane and George like hung out before this? And then I looked it up, and that was like one of the biggest complaints about this episode, because apparently there was like 3 episodes in a row before this where the subplot was Elaine and George getting up to antics, and then all of a sudden they're airing this episode and they're like, they hate each other, they can't hang out.
Stupid fucking idiot showrunner didn't air it in the right order.
Moron, fucking retard.
I mean, it's sitcom, you know. You fucking say fuck it, whatever. You can change character dynamics.
Do it live.
There can be plot in sitcom. There can be plot. We have seen this before. It is possible.
Yeah,
it's just a side plot basically that overlaps over everything.
But
really, I'll be honest. My only thought on the dog was, okay, if you're pitching this idea and then they say, okay, but we can't get a real dog, and then they say, let's just use a human voice for the dog, I think at that point you would say that's too awkward of a storytelling mechanism where he's just yelling into a blank space. And just say, fuck it, we got to scrap this episode. It's not good enough.
No. Okay. You need to understand. They didn't have a real dog because the actors also hate dogs. They just hate dogs. That's just how it is.
I don't even need a real dog. Just put a real dog barking noise. Like, get a real dog sound effect. That's all I wanted.
Pay your guys to get some dog sounds.
I mean, it was about the level of quality of a mediocre sitcom. I couldn't hate it.
See,
It's
I
just
don't.
like
I
wasn't
thought it was
easy.
funny, like the editing choices and the fact that the dog was off screen. Like it never had to be on screen. I feel like there are other instances of dogs in sitcoms played the same way, and I wonder if they're inspired by this episode.
I don't think anything's inspired by this episode. It's likely just forgotten.
I don't know, dog.
It's like Sam and
Dog.
Cat. You know how I know. You know what, dog? No, it's like Sam and Cat, where the famous actress bitch. She had to do like some stupid concert movie bullshit. And so Sam had to talk to a box the entire time. If you know about it, you know about it. But
What are you talking about? Are you a Quentin Reviews fan? Because I have
No, I know what he's talking about. Funny enough,
How do you? I've never seen an episode of Sam and Cat in my life.
you should binge Sam and Cat.
I don't.
Best versus worst.
I edged to Sam and Cat. No,
Okay, Mr. Dan Schneider.
I love it when they show the feet on the screen.
Wait, the feet like this? Once.
Speaking of Dan Schneider, have you guys seen what he's suing the producer? Oh, okay, that's full feet. There you go. Someone tagged Dan Schneider in the comments. Oh, there's multiple toes coming out. Oh,
you have some big
yeah.
honkers. You have some big honkers. You should show yours.
No, okay.
You have some massive feet. Holy shit! Look at those stompers, man. You can barely raise them above his head. They're just that heavy.
Does it matter if I say that I'm a size 8 in men's?
Wow, baby feet. I'm a size 13 over here. Dan Schneider, we actually think you're innocent. I disagree with that documentary that came out with you. That I also, speaking of which, he sued them this week. He's suing the producers of that Nickelodeon documentary for defamation.
So the competition, I felt like it had great energy in the competition.
That was not even a slight segue. You just said fucking Seinfeld, get off of Dan Schneider. What? I'm gonna defend him. I don't care. Fuck you. Defend Dan Schneider. Hashtag Dan Schneider's innocent.
I want to co-host with Dan Schneider.
Yeah, co-host with Dan Schneider. But the energy of the episode was just electric. I felt like it was great. Women don't masturbate, but that didn't break my immersion too much to the point where I was like,
bro,
out of it.
If you're a gooner, then you know. If you're a gooner, then you know.
I had some familiarity with the contest episode just because It's Always Sunny did a parody of it.
Which episode?
They did the Gang Does the Clip show. Hold on. Do you want me to pull up the clip? We'll clip this out. You want to see
Which episode? Yeah, I want
to. The Gang Does a Clip show. They falsely remember they were in the Seinfeld show. So,
yeah.
I want to know what your smegma tastes like.
But before, I did really want to say, yes, we defend Dan Schneider here.
I'm hard again.
I really want to emphasize that. We're Dan Schneider defenders. He did nothing wrong. Okay. This is a podcast. Let me write down this timestamp. So this episode of Seinfeld has historical significance.
Dude,
I don't know. I thought it was funny.
That was a reenactment.
I thought it was funny. I mean, but I don't know if it's funny because of the writers, or I thought a large part of what actually made it funny is it's like Jaws. It reminds me of Jaws, where there's a lot of restraint. Jaws, they don't really show the shark ever, and that's what kind of makes it work. And this episode kind of works because they never actually say, "Oh, I masturbated" or anything.
Oh, I thought you were going to say they never showed them jerking off, and
Bro, Morgan.
I thought you were going to say that, but yeah, sure, they never say that they're going to masturbate. You're right.
They just say doing it, which I'm like,
they don't show the shark. They don't show the dog. What's your problem with the dog?
Whoa! Carlos just broke my brain a little bit. Wow.
Yeah, like, whoa, Jesus Christ, that is totally the same thing.
It is. Okay, but back to the point of, yeah, I do think that it was kind of good. It added to the comedy because it's almost an immature nature about it all.
Immature. I mean, I think from that period, that would be perceived as mature. Without modern sensibilities, that would be perceived as mature.
I mean, you can say masturbate instead of jacking off, you know? Like,
yeah, but I think at the period when it was released, just acknowledging masturbation in general was considered like evolved and progressive, even if you weren't
that's a fair point, Morgan. That's a very valid point. Thank you for putting this in a...
There are porn video stores. I don't know what you're talking about.
But in the 90s, do you think people were talking about jerking off as much as they do today? Where it's like, everyone swears now. Everyone talks about masturbation.
It was really funny how... I can't remember when they set up the rules for the contest. I think Jerry says this when Elaine has to join. He's like, men have to do it every day. And I'm like, haha, people still be like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man, hadn't changed.
Well, I mean, it's interesting because everybody's different. But, yeah, it's just funny. It's just funny how that trend stays. You know, men just love sex. Sex is the best.
The one part of both of these episodes that I was like, yeah, I want to watch this show was Kramer. Really, Kramer was Keno. Especially with like the breakup side story in The Dog. I was like, yeah, Kramer's the best part of the show.
And you fucking bitch, you're never going to amount to anything. You're never good at anything. Fuck you, you fucking bitch.
And then he's like, oh yeah, I want you back. Never mind.
I'm sorry. Take me back.
He's Keno. He is. And I was like, fuck, maybe we should have watched the Michael Richards show instead, which sadly only lasted 8 episodes.
Oh, no.
There's like 4 spin-offs of the Seinfeld show, and none of them really did well. So
spin-offs, you know, typically...
Same thing for Breaking Bad, man. Same thing for Breaking Bad.
Like Slippin' Jimmy? You guys ever watch Slippin' Jimmy?
No, but
you guys ever see like Better Call Saul? That show, like, man.
Wait, Carlos, what did you say about Slippin' Jimmy?
Isn't Slippin' Jimmy on season 3?
No, it's season 1. It got canceled after 6 episodes.
I am trippin' balls.
Slippin' Jimmy.
I thought that shit was popular, bro.
Oh, okay.
It was hated very, very much.
Hated?
So,
well, Better Call Saul is good. I'll tell you that much.
Okay. We're back. I kind of forgot.
We're getting onto that the Slipping Jimmy tangent, and then immediately everyone started just turning into pixels.
It was bad.
He got sucked into the Emoji Movie. No.
Yeah, when I watched the contest when JFK Jr. shows up in Elaine's yoga class, I was like, what? Because I thought he was dead at this point from the plane crash, and I was like, Elaine, warn him not to get on the plane! Elaine!
Tell him no! Get off the plane!
I wish I was watching with you. That would have been real funny.
I was like, no, Elaine, we need him for his magazine he created. Wow. God.
Yeah.
Man, you guys. So, okay, were they good and bad, or did you think both were pretty solid?
Bro, I'm a Seinfeld bro. I'm gonna start watching it.
Good and bad. I thought the dog was all right. It was meh, but the contest or competition, whatever you Seinfeld heads like to call it, I thought it was great. I thought it was a great episode. It had great energy. It was edgy, and I liked that.
Yeah,
Really,
it was
man?
pretty good.
Even if the dog part of the dog was bad, it's still more than like half good, I think.
Yeah. So you guys would be interested in watching Seinfeld?
I'm hooked.
If with it being Seinfeld week, I would be regretful if I didn't bring up the thing that every Twitter person loves to mention, where Jerry Seinfeld was 38 and he started dating a 17-year-old.
That's awesome for him.
Yeah, that's great.
People always say bring up Jerry Seinfeld 1738 when he started dating the high schooler at the peak of the Seinfeld career. Yeah.
That's what you should do.
If I was him,
should do if you become famous.
Exactly. I would do the same shit.
Yeah, I would go to Epstein's Island, and I would, in fact,
No.
No, dude, this is more of a Matt Gaetz level, you know? It's still federal, but it's not like such a conspiracy.
yeah, man.
Yeah, the Matt Gaetz thing was...
They did him wrong. They did him
That
so
is
wrong.
a pretty decent comparison, because the Matt Gaetz thing is like... He paid for a girl's plane ticket who was like turning 18 in like 2 weeks, and it's like
I thought she was 16, but if she was
17.
old, rock solid.
It was
Good
like,
job, Matt Gaetz.
and it's like that's what
Free
human
my boy,
trafficking
free him.
is, I guess.
Free him.
He never got prosecuted. He just got
Matthew,
investigated.
I'm like, he's not even anything. He has no consequence.
Well, should he have consequence? Really?
No, I mean, like, they can't prove that anything happened, so I argue no.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like all he did was Venmo her for a plane ticket. Similar with Seinfeld, where he met this girl when she was 17 and 11 months. And I'm like, well, I mean, yes, it's probably perverted. But,
Dude,
like, what are you going to do? You're going to lock
high
him up?
Let high schoolers be escorts, dude. They don't have to be sexual.
Jesus Christ.
Can we not all defend pedophilia on the Seinfeld episode?
Hey, I'm a Seinfeld bro. Or wait, no, I was gonna veer into
I think
that guy?
Seinfeld would be proud of Seinfeld.
This isn't Taxi Driver, okay? This isn't
Look at
Taxi
this.
Driver.
Do you think
he's on his back?
Oh,
He knows I'm talking about him.
You think
Oh,
when Barack Obama went on Comedians in Cars getting coffee, he was like, I also like 16-year-old girl pussy. Do you think he was like that?
No, he likes
because
boys,
he has
dude.
two
What are you
daughters.
talking? No, he
Oh,
likes
yeah,
boys.
because Michelle is Michael.
Yeah.
Oh my god, stop.
What? You're not into the Facebook transvestigation shit?
I'm not into transvestigation. It's so
You don't think
stupid.
Michelle is Michael?
I don't think that 100% of the transvestigation shit is real.
I think okay. Maybe I
So
don't want. I
99,
can't defend shit like you guys. I can't say this even satirically. Michelle is Michelle. She is a proud, beautiful woman. I like.
Obama's
kind
not
of
going
a
to come on
funny
the show.
tidbit.
Obama is not going to come on the show.
What if he could review his movie with us?
He's not. He's not going to come on the show.
said-
He might like Blackberry, but that's because there's black in the title. God damn.
Morgan said, "What
Barack
if
Obama,
what if Obama
when he makes
came
those
on?"
when Obama makes those end of year best movies list, he just looks up movies with black. That's what he types in. He's like, "Oh, Blackberry must be very black." I like the episode of Comedians in Cars with Coffee when Norm Macdonald is on. That was good. when Norm Macdonald defends OJ. Yeah, so Seinfeld week went off without a hitch, right, guys?
Without one singular hitch. Everybody loved everything that we watched.
Nothing devolved. No, nobody was like, "Oh God, what am I doing with my life?"
Oh yeah, is it existential dread week?
They should have shown Elaine masturbating. That'd been great.
Oh yeah. Garfield week. You guys excited for Garfield week next?
No, I just want to do the wheels.
I mean, honestly, I don't even know if I really want to do Garfield week. Are we gonna have much to say on Garfield?
I can watch the Garfield show because that show is Kino.
Yeah, that is Kino. We should have that as one of our picks next.
Yeah, but I think
since Morgan gets his third pick, we should give him his third pick of Garfield the show.
I think the only thing with the B movie is, the B movie kind of proved to us that it's hard to review children's media.
Yeah.
We watched Dragon's Quest Your Story.
Oh, that is true. We actually
that
did.
Was more Dragon Quest Your Story. If that's for kids, that's probably very mature level.
Bro, I'm pretty sure that shit's Y7.
Yeah, but
it's like it depends on the quality of the story.
He's hedging.
Yeah, it depends on the quality of the story. For instance, I don't think
I go into that movie. the kids
I
movie.
don't think we could do a podcast on any of the Trolls sequels, but maybe the first Trolls.
Like Trolls with Justin Timberlake or the Trolls horror movie? The Trolls movie that goes Trolls into Hood?
No, we could watch that one, but not that series. The animated. I mean, what's another kids series that might be viable?
Kung Fu Panda.
Honestly,
I don't know. I don't watch kids franchise.
I love kids franchises.
I like Child Po.
Okay.
We have to cut out this whole second half.
We have to end this. We have to end this before it devolves further.
Shut up.
Yo, Matt Gates. If you're watching, Matt Gates, let me know how you did it.
I have 7 timestamps written down of things we have to cut. Well, that's the show. This was the most in-depth analysis of Seinfeld on the internet.
Most in-depth.